Keith Williams, best known for his outstanding work in such film and television projects as Good Boys, Lemon, and The Last Man on Earth, to name a few, and known for his very cool afro and nostalgic look. Keith is one of the most sought after young African American actors in Hollywood. We wanted to ask him about his journey to create SLYCK by Keith haircare products in 2022 when he was only 15 years old. Enjoy. Keith L. Williams, man, I am so glad that you are here with us on Soulivity.com. I've been looking forward to this interview with you. You are just taking this whole business thing by storm with SLYCK by Keith.
Yes, I want to thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go back in time a little bit.
Okay.
Because it seems like this all started for you when you were on set doing various TV and film projects, right? Tell us about that experience, you know, as a young Black man trying to get your hair done on these sets.
That experience, I can say, has always been very complicated for me, especially because I remember coming into it at one point, I was more so just, oh, come to set with your hair already picked out and ready. And then when it started to branch off more into filming in places like Canada, where they don't really know exactly, that's when I start to maybe have more of an issue and just think I should maybe start trying to figure this out a little bit more.
Now, was it, my guess is, because I've had that similar experience. I mean, I don't have that problem now, you know, I just go for it. But was it both in the products that they were using on your hair as well as styling your hair as well?
It was 100% styling. The products were pretty simple because, you know, when you get there, they ask you, what do you like using on your hair? They get what you prefer. But I would say styling is always where I've had an issue, just like the entire styling process.
Right. And, you know, I just want to let people know, I'm so glad that young people like you are taking the initiative and doing things that, I mean, that older people don't do, even though they get pissed about it, right? They don't talk about it. And so, you know, were other African-American actors that you were talking to, were they also having this issue as well?
Yes, 100%. I know a lot of my African-American friends in the industry, only time I found out about them having the issue as well as me is when it was brought up. But at the start, I felt very almost as if it was just me, because it doesn't really get talked about enough.
Wow. Well, we're going to talk about it today for a little while.
Perfect.
You know, when was it the last straw, right? When did you were like, no, I'm done with this. I'm going to start taking care of my own hair.
Okay. The last straw was in Canada, as I mentioned. And I remember they had hired a professional barber just to come and do my hair on set because the hairstylist at the time, she didn't really know what she was doing. They were like, okay, let's just get you someone particularly for you. And then it went as far as to he didn't stay the entire time on set. He came in the morning.
Are you serious?
Picked my hair, put hairspray, and then left and expected the hairspray to hold my hair all day. So that's when I was really everybody's doing last looks, and I'm looking around for my hair person. They're like, Keith, your hair looks fine. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. So that's when I started bringing my own pick. I'm like, okay, if I'm going to finish out this project strong, let me just, muscle through it.
Wow. Now, were you bringing your own products that you were finding, maybe probably, I won't mention them because there's traditional hair care products that I'm sure your parents, my parents, and other Black people have used. Were you bringing that to set and as you were doing your own hair at that point?
Yes, my mom would. My mom would at that point. She took
Wow.
control, and she said, "You know what?" She said, "If it does continue to be a problem, if you guys want, you can just pay me to do his hair." Like
Wow.
that's
A
how bad it
mama's love,
was.
boy. There's
Yeah,
nothing like a mother's love. Oh, I
right.
love it. I love it. Now, even with your mom, was it hard for you guys to find like the right products for your hair? Because I just want to let people know all Black people's hair, all African Americans hair, it's not monolithic. It's not the same.
It's
And so
not.
you have to kind of change it up. Was it hard for you to find the right products for yourself?
Yes, it was very hard. And I remember before I really got into the whole like doing my hair stage, because when you're younger, you don't really care. It's like pick it out, just
Oh,
move on. But once
right.
I really started caring about having like healthy hair and growing my hair and just keeping it as strong as possible, that's when I realized I was like, wow, like it's really hard to find products. And if I do find products, it's hard to find products that go together in
Wow.
your hair.
Right.
That was my
Right.
main issue.
Right. Wow. That is such a good point. Let's stay on that point for a while. When you mention products that go together, what exactly do you mean? Because I know what it means. I just want our
Yeah.
audience to know what it means.
Basically, what I'm saying is you'll have maybe like a really good moisturizer, and then you'll have maybe a really good kinky curly gel. And when you go to mix those together, then all of a sudden you'll start to see the like white clumps start to form. And it's like what? And then you have to start over and wash your hair and do all that again.
Woo!
Yeah, it's really bad. What I learned to do actually is just put the products together on like my hand and
Yeah.
mix them. And when they start to clump up, I'm like, yeah, can't use them
Like, nah.
together. Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, Keith, my mom would use a certain product. Again, we gonna specialize on SLYCK today, but there's
Yes.
another product, same deal, right? Where you rub it in your hands, it seemed like it would get all smooth and that kind of thing. They put it in your hair, and then a couple of hours later, it's like clumps.
Yeah. Or like white specks.
Oh my gosh!
It's
Oh man!
horrible.
Woo! So like, what? So you started searching out ingredients and that kind of thing for you to use in your own hair. What was like the first important product that came from that whole search?
First important product, or I guess ingredient for the product, I would say was definitely, I think it was jojoba oil and argan
Oh
oil.
wow.
The two
Wow.
oils, those are the two that I really just paid attention to and made sure were in there. And then making
Okay.
sure I stayed away from anything that had any sulfates or like alcohols, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. 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 And so in terms of like your SLYCK products, you're trying to make sure that with these organic ingredients that you're not trying to harm people's hair, but also it's easy to use, right?
Yes, the main
Okay.
purpose of it is like wash it, detangle it, like with the conditioner, all that. Wet your hair enough, slap it in there, and I guess get your curls together in a sense. Just because I
Gotcha.
know I've always had like a really bad history of like taking like really, really long on my hair, like for literally no reason at all. So it's like with these
Right,
products, I
right,
feel like it's much more, it's very simple to just style your hair,
right,
especially when it comes to wash days.
right. So did you notice any difference in terms of how when because you're still acting, you're still doing other things. Did you notice anyone kind of commenting about your hair after you started using your own products?
Yes, the main compliment, I'll never forget what it was how soft my hair was. People just all of a sudden start to tell me like, "Your
Ah,
hair is so soft." And I was like, slick back it, plug it.
so was that your first product? Was the moisturizer or like your oil moisturizer? Was that like your first product that you came out with first, or did you
The
come out with a
first
few?
I came out with a few. I came out with multiple. The first that were actually created though was the shampoo and the conditioner.
Oh wow. Okay. 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 Wow. Okay. That's okay. I can see that because that's really, really important.
Yeah, like
Right.
that's the base. So
Exactly. Exactly. Um, one thing, Keith, that I love about the Slick by Keith products is that they're affordable, right?
yes.
Why was this so important to you when, in terms of all the products that you're selling?
When it came to price, just like I said, that entire journey I went on of looking for products for my hair, I noticed that price played like a really big factor. Because at the
Mhm.
start, I'm like just spending money here and there. I run out of this in like a week. I'm like, you know what, I got to go back. And I was like, especially with our container sizes and stuff like that, I don't want people to be scared to come back. And I also just know how it feels to like go and like spend your money on a product and you're like, this is too high. Like I could easily go over here and get something else. Like I know how that feels. So I
Right.
just kept that in mind when like pricing the products.
Wow. Loved all the line of products that you have currently. What's next on the horizon for the Slick by Keith line of products?
And next on the horizon is skincare.
All right. All right.
I'm really trying to keep this brand within the entire self-care, beauty type of marketing, especially when it
Mhm.
comes to young black men as myself. I know a lot of us don't really put much energy and effort into our hair or really skincare. And I won't say it's because like we're just being lazy. It's mostly because like it always seemed so hard.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I'm
Right.
like, you know what? Let's throw slick skin in there.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to using these products, man. Now, where can we
Amazing.
find them? Where can we go out and find these great products at?
Slickbykeith.com, and we're working to get them in stores now.
All right. Keith, man, so proud of what you're doing. I think this again, there's not enough hair and skin products for people who look like us with our unique needs. So I really appreciate you, standing in your passion, standing in your purpose, and stepping out and doing something like this
Thank
for
you.
all of us. And thank you for being here on Soulivity.com. I'm sure that people are going to be completely inspired by your story, and they're going to be checking out all of the Slick by Keith organic hair care and next skincare products soon. So
Yes.
thanks for being here, man.
Amazing. Thank you guys too.
You can read all of our featured stories at soulivity.com